Hi there, Sandra here from the Schwoven's Nest. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and share my videos. If you are a returning subscriber, I'm glad you came to see what I'm up to today. Let's get right into it. I picked up these little wooden snowflakes from my Dollarama store for $2, and I'm going to make a garland using jute twine. Instead of stringing the snowflakes into the jute twine, I decided to glue them on so they would have more of a flat appearance. Rather than looking at them sideways, you'd be able to see them straight on. This is really easy to do, and I ended up making 2 strands. I'm going to now make another type of garland, and I'm going to use these jingle bells that I also picked up at my local dollar store for $2. They have some shiny ones and some matte ones, so they're really cute. They're about a little bit smaller than a medium sized. With this jute twine, I'm going to need to tape the end of it so I can feed it through the jingle bells easily. Once I get the first jingle bell put on, I'm going to take it down a length of the twine, and then I'm going to glue it in place so it doesn't move around. Once I've got the rest of the jingle bells put on, I'm also going to glue them in place so they don't move when I want to hang the garland. Otherwise, they'll end up all in one clump. I'm making all of these accessories for my holiday Christmas buffet table. So I've got 3 different sizes of mason jars, and I've got some wooden discs, and I have a cardboard cylinder. So what I'm going to do with the discs and the cylinder is cut pieces of the cylinder so I can raise up the height of the votive and it's not sitting at the bottom of the jar. Using a box cutter or a knife, I'm going to cut through the cylinder in different lengths and then hot glue them onto the wooden discs. Now I'm just going to put a big gob of hot glue down at the bottom of the jar and very carefully try and place the little pedestal inside without making a total mess. I actually made a mess and I had to use my needle nose pliers to stand him up and make sure that he was glued in place. Then I'll repeat the process for the other 2 jars. I'm using some of the faux snow from the Dollar Tree, and I end up using all 3 of these bags. A couple of them were opened and used a little bit, but what I'm going to do is put enough snow in to reach the bottom of the wood disc. Then once I glue the votive to the wood disc, I'm going to add a little bit more snow to just cover up the votive a little bit more. To get the mason jars looking a little bit more rustic, to keep with the theme of my holiday table, I'm going to use some twine and I'll hot glue it in a couple of spots just around the mouth of the jar. Then I'm going to string on some snowflakes and jingle bells and make it look a little bit like garland hanging down. The last new thing that I'm creating for my holiday buffet table is a tiered platter. So I'm using these cutting boards that came from the Dollar Tree, and they have them around sometimes now, but I did have these from a while back. The little feet that I'm going to use are wooden beads that came from Michael's. The first step is to glue 4 of these beads onto the bottom of one board so they make little feet, and this will be the foundation of the tray. Then I needed to figure out what I wanted to do with the next tray piece, and I decided to put it on an angle this way. So this one will need 2 of the wooden beads on one end, and then the bottom piece, which is the foundation, is going to need a bead in the corner to give it some support. Otherwise, as you can see here, it's just going to fall down. The second piece, I'm going to just glue it directly onto the bottom piece because I wanted to have different levels. At some point, I might decide to put this board underneath because then that will give me a 4th level as well. But I'm not sure. I put a lot of hot glue on it, so I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to get it off. The last board is going to go on an angle similar to the first board, so it's going to end up almost like a Y shape. So I'm going to again glue on a couple more beads and put a support bead on the bottom board, mark out where I need to glue with a pencil, and then place it down. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out my Christmas holiday buffet ideas, which incorporate these pieces that I created today. Hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.